So my wife told me, don't respond to this. But I think it's important to address it a little bit. All right? I think it's important. So 2013, I moved back home. I had a young man build my house for me. I paid him. He did his work. He built it. I had $12,000 for him. And all that, before all that, we were friends. We were cool. We were friends. And I'm still cool with him. He just doesn't know that. I don't hate people. And maybe before I was mad at him, but like I say, that's why it is important to do some work on yourself so that you can understand why things are the way they are and why some people behave a certain way. So he built the house for me. Cool. Everything was good. I was in the US. So the house done. So I went back down. I had $12,000 left, to give him, on everything for his labor, the balance. So we went down, arrived, everything was good. When I look around, no materials. Those of you who knows a little bit about building will understand where I'm coming from. No materials left. None. No 2x4s, no blocks, no steel, no plywood. Nothing was left. The place was clean. But the funny thing about it is, I had pictures, I had photos of my foam ply. I bought 100 foam ply from M&R. 100. Do you know how much is a foam ply? A foam ply is like $300. I bought 100 foam ply. 2x4s like crazy, because you know the size of the house. It's a 40 by 50. The bottom floor is 40 by 50, but the top is like 45 by 55. So I could not find anything left. You know how many buildings a foam ply can actually build? A foam ply is so tough. You can actually use a foam ply to build multiple buildings. The foam ply only built one building. One. All disappeared. So I told him, before we even addressed the 12,000 that I have for him, I told him, hey, what happened to the material? Oh, I sold them to put on the house. Okay. Now, if you sold them, where's the receipt? Who did you sell them to? So he said, oh, I have receipt. So he showed me a receipt of where he sold those stuff. He sold the 2x4s, he sold foam ply, he sold stuff. But the receipt that he showed me is a receipt somebody printed for him. I think is his niece or something, printed out for him. But the bad thing about it now, the receipt that they printed out had a line for the buyer to sign, a line for the witness to sign, and a line for the seller or something like that. So the only signature that was on a line was the witness signature. So there was a line for the buyer to sign to make sure that he have something to show me. So there was a line for the buyer and the witness, but there were no signature on the buyer line. So which means nobody bought it. Man, this is so fun. So nobody bought it, you know? So I'm like, okay, this is the amount of material, and I only care for the foam ply and some of the 2x4s. I want to see them, even though you take them after or I give it away, because I had a house before, a plywood and concrete house, and I gave them all the plywood. That was the same plywood that his sister used to build her bar in Chance. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's gonna, a little discussion is gonna be there, but it's all the truth. And it's all good, because I didn't care for stuff. They were my people. There was no hate, there was no negativity, and there is still none. I don't hate those people. After all that stuff happened, I just wish I could even say hello to those people, because that is who I am. I don't have any hate in my heart or anything. Even while all that stuff, my wife would say hello to him, and he would say hello to my wife, and I'm right there. And I have no problem with that, because we were good people. They would come into my home, we would eat, I would come from the US and give stuff, and it's all good, man. But the truth is the truth. So here I am in Dominica, in the Whitey Kubuli, and I'm asking for my material, because it's supposed to be there. Even though most of them got caught because, you know, you had to cut stuff to fit stuff. But where are the pieces? Where are the whole ones? There must be some whole ones, because it wasn't a 5x5 house. It's a 55 by 65 and stuff. It's whatever, because there's hanging porch and stuff. So as you go up, you get bigger. So where are my materials? And why the buyer did not sign on his line? So I'm like, okay, the amount of materials that I'm missing, it comes up to about $18,000. Here are the receipt. I bought them from M&R. This is what it is. I am expecting pieces of stuff. I'm expecting some of them whole. I'm not expecting everything to be perfect. That same stuff, I would even give it to you, because I don't need it. The same way I could give them all my plywood. I could give them a $5,000 couch. I could do all that stuff. It's the same way I could still give certain things, give the stuff. So we did that, and I'm like waiting for my stuff. I'm waiting to see. He can't show me anything. Anyway, that died off a little bit, and stuff. We still good. We are still all right. So one day, I brought him on top, at the top, on the rooftop of the second floor. In Dominica, we call them second floor, but actually it's the first floor, because the bottom floor is like a basement. So it's the bottom floor and then the first floor, which we call the second floor. So we were on the roof, because I was showing him, we were trying to figure out the diagram for my third floor to build apartments and stuff. I was going to take him to build the apartments. So we were working on that, showing him where I want those apartments to be, where I want walls, bathrooms, and you know. So after we talk about that, he said, so what about the $12,000 you have for me now? So I say, what $12,000? What about the $18,000 worth of materials? We need to talk about that. Are we going to talk about the $18,000? So he's like, no, I told you already, I sold the stuff. And I'm like, it's okay. You sold it, but who did you sell it to? Where's the receipt? Because it's business you are doing. His brother even said, but I won Mr. I won Mr. They knew what was happening. I am not in the business of cheating anybody or taking advantage of anybody. But I'm not going to allow anybody to take advantage of me. No. Just because I want good name? No, man. You're not going to take advantage of me. So here I am, about to put thousands of dollars in his pocket. Once again, although stuff went wrong on the first project, I still let that slide. Understand me, people. That happened. I have $12,000 for him, but $18,000 material is missing. And I'm willing to let that slide. Okay? Anyway, we were about to go to court and whatever, but things go up and down, and it never happened. I was even willing to give him half of that, but greed and the advice that he was getting from those that was against me. That is the thing, man. Some of us, that's what we do. We don't know what happened. We don't know what transpired. We don't have the root of the problem, yet we take it and we run with it. Because the thing is, we are so hungry to find something to hate that person for. We are so hungry there is so much in us that we are looking for something to give us a reason to hate that person. And that was it. So they took this little thing that they don't understand and they ran with it. And they started giving him advice. Oh, take him to court. I hate him. And nobody don't understand a single thing on what is going on. That is it again. I keep telling all you, if you work on yourself, nobody can come and change the way you think. Nobody's gonna change you. Nobody can do that because you know who you are. Just imagine if he was on that level. He would see that, hey, this guy is owing me $12,000 and here he is about to give me a project. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my $12,000. So if the labor for the project is $40,000, because I paid $42,000 to build it, but it was somebody else who built it because he messed up. He took advice from those out there, some of them out there, especially that one, that cripple one in that upstairs and downstairs. Yeah. Yeah, tell me something about it. Hate on me because I call his name. Is his seed he plant? He planted a bitter fruit. He planted a bitter seed and he's reaping a bitter fruit. That's it. What you plant is what you're going to harvest. So he took advice from these people, and here he is. He let that get into his head and mess up. Just think about it. I'm owing you. You say, well, I was owing him 12,000. He was owing me 18,000 for my materials that he could not give account for. Just think about it. I am, after all that, I still decided to take you to build my third floor. The cost of the, let's say it cost $42,000 because that's what I paid. $42,000. And I'm owing you 12,000. All you have to do is add that to that. I don't know. I didn't know how much you're gonna charge. You could charge me 70,000. I would still pay it because I don't know. And I'm that type of person. Construction is so tough. You charge me 70,000 to build my third floor, I would pay you. And you would make so much more than the 12,000. But he didn't think. He did not think he could make more than the 12,000. He could get back twice the amount. He could just put a 20,000 on that, and I would not know. So you see, that's what happened, man. But that's what it is. That's the story. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what happened. And I got somebody else to build the house. I have no problem with the man. He did not give me an 18. I did not give him his 12. We even. That's it. All the other people, his nieces and stuff, I have no problem with those people. His sister, his brothers and whoever, I have no problem with those people. They don't talk to me, I don't talk to them, and that's it. I don't hate anybody. I have no hate for anybody. I moved on. I moved on. And I'm cool. I'm cool with everybody. Who want to keep their heavy weight on their shoulders, in their mind, in their heart, that is them. I'm good. If you ail me up, I'll ail you. If you don't, I pass you straight like you never exist. That's just the way it is. But I have no problem with anybody because we were once good. We were once friends. Everybody was good. We are neighbors. And that's the way to go, man. Peace, love, unity. That's the way. Without that, it's just gonna be chaos. It's just gonna be chaos. It's just gonna be a heavy load. You understand? That's it. All right. I know there are some comments that are gonna come in, and it's fine. Be honest. It doesn't have to be nice. It could be rough. It could be with anger, whatever it is. It's not gonna shake me. But that's my truth. And that's about it. I have nothing to hide. Nothing to worry about. And I have no hate in my heart for anybody. But that was the experience that I went through when I built my home in the Caribbean. And I know there are a lot of people that experience the same thing. These builders are just not honest. They are not honest, and they think you are stupid. They are not honest. The same thing happened to me with that other guy that I used to do the third floor. I gave him all his money for his labor before I left Dominica, before I left the Whitey Kubuli. I turned my back. I gave him the money, all his labor money. He asked for $42,000. I gave him all his money. Then as soon as I turned my back, he used up all the labor money, all his workers' money, and he told them when I come for Christmas, I'm gonna give them their money. So when I went down to Dominica, went back to Dominica after a few months, because I was in Hawaii at the time. When I went back to Dominica to check on my place and how things are going, guys are stopping me and asking me, what about their money? I'm like, what money? The man gave these people a story. He used up all the money and gave these people a story telling them when I come for Christmas, I will give them their money. So I went to one of the hardware stores one day to buy some stuff. Them like, oh, you have a bill? So when I check, I say, what bill? Because I told them, if in case he need anything like cement or nails and stuff, you know, if in case he need those things, he can always pick it up and I will just pay. They'll let me know and I'll pay. So I went back to Dominica. When I went into that hardware store, you know how much I was owing? $30,000. My bill was $30,000. The guy took tools. He's from Cottage. I think he's in Antigua or somewhere right now. He took tools. He bought windows. He bought all type of stuff that was already there on the property. All my windows that I bought at Astefan's was in the basement, in the bottom floor. Pile up, brand new, for the 3rd floor. He went back and he bought another set of windows that he brought at his home or wherever he brought. He bought jackhammer, he brought circular, so he brought all kind of stuff. And the bill was on me. That's what I went through. That's what I went through to build that house. I couldn't do any better because I had to build my home and work at the same time. And there was nobody I could call to actually, yes, Romy was doing a little bit of supervision for me and thing, but he cannot be there all times. You know, so these guys took advantage of me. Now I'm the bad guy. Now I'm the bad guy. He got all his money. Now I'm the bad guy. So you see, that's what it is. So I know a lot of you, I'm saying those things so that you can learn from my experience. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Learn from my experience and to also get an understanding of what transpired. I never hurt anybody. I never tried to bring anybody down. That's not who I am. I'm always looking to uplift somebody, to do good for other people, and to walk a straight line. That's why I'm on this property. That's why I'm on this earth for. To do the right thing for my people. Okay? So I hope those videos help out a few of you guys that are planning to move back or planning to build your home anywhere in the Caribbean. Don't trust these builders. Don't. They are just used to doing stuff a certain way. And they continue to do it, doesn't matter who it is. So don't trust those builders. Okay? There may be a few good ones or whatever, but I'm telling you, it's not easy out there. If you get one to work for you, keep your eye wide open and make sure before they do anything, make sure there is paperwork to show. Make sure you are right there while they're building, or somebody that you trust is supervising stuff for you. Okay? Don't make the mistake that I made. Don't. So like and subscribe. I know you guys are gonna comment and stuff, which is all right. I'm here. I'll respond. And it will be all good. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It will be all good. All right? Stay blessed.